This is Jo Kelly. Today we're going to be talking about how long does it take to be a great actor. So we'll talk about the legend that's out there, the reality of it, and what you can do about it. I will also be sharing, sorry, I'm a little disorganized up there, how we are helping you guys out during the COVID period and how we can support you. So stay tuned. How long does it take to become a great actor? And if you want to comment and let us know what your feeling is about that, you can do so in the comments and I will take a look at it. But mostly what I hear from actors is that it takes a whole life, that it takes forever. There's, of course, the legend that says that you cannot be a great actor unless you've spent 10 years being an actor or training as an actor. So inevitably, you know, there's always a feeling whenever you're hitting a wall in your career or in your instrument as an actor. If you're feeling blocked, there's always that voice going, oh, but it takes so much time, it takes forever, so maybe next time it's going to be better, or maybe it's because I need to train more or for a longer time. It's like it's expected. The legend has it that it's expected that you cannot be great before 10 years. So inevitably, that's kind of an excuse that keeps coming, like it's justified that you're not feeling great as an actor because you haven't put enough time in it, right? So you might often hear yourself say, well, I need to put more time in this. I need to put more training in this. I need to, you know, maybe next time it'll work. Or, you know, I'm also hearing actors say, well, it's never finished to become a great actor. So you have to learn all your life and no one knows when it happens, but when it happens, it just happens. So what do you do with that, right? So that's what's out there. And you might have been having those thoughts yourself or having experienced this yourself. So what I also see that's happening from this legend is a lot of frustration because inevitably you have to put so much time in, so much investment of your time, of yourself, of your emotions, of your desperation, of your hopes, of your money. Because if you go from class to class, because you're supposed to learn all your life and it takes forever and at least 10 years, well, that's a big thing to carry. That's heavy. That sounds like hard work. And we're past hard work. We're not in a phase of hard work. We don't go to mines anymore here. So it's really the old way of thinking that goes with hard work. Try on, work well, or work efficiently, work with flow, and then you get a different vibe, right? But the hard work is not necessary. So of course, because people feel frustrated, because people feel like it needs to be, you know, to take a long time, you might have caught yourself thinking, okay, I need to go from class to class. I need to study from the best. I need to shorten that gap between me and putting in all this time before I become great. So I'm going to invest so much money and try to work with the biggest names out there to shorten the time that it's going to take me to be great, right? And of course, this discussion is going to be about throwing all this out the window, because if not, why would we have it? So my take on this is that you already are and always were great. So I'm going to repeat this. You already are and always were great. So I know this goes against the 10-year and takes forever legend, but this is what I'm saying. So let's nibble on it together. Let's wrestle with it a little bit and see what comes out of it for you guys, and you'll let me know in the comments. So if this theory was true, that it's taking forever and at least 10 years, how do kids end up being some of the best actors? I'm talking about professional actors that are kids, or I'm talking about any child for that matter. Take any child, they are acting all day long. They're acting with their toys, they're making up characters. All they do is act. And all you did when you were little was act. So if the theory that it takes forever is true, why are kids, professional and non-professional actors, most often than not, much better than adults? Which is why we say don't ever put a kid on a stage, because no one will look at the actor. Everyone will look at the kid because they're fully alive, right? We're talking about the art. Acting is the art of being fully alive. Does it really take time to study that? Or are you and were you always fully alive? Can we agree that you are fully alive right now? You might be resisting that, but even if you're resisting most of it, you're still pretty much fully alive, right? So it would take you 0 time if you could actually show up fully alive, no matter how that looks like, no matter what is oozing out of your pores, whether it looks dark, light, up, down, thick, thin, whatever the texture of your presence, if you could show up with just that and nothing else, and not censor anything, not try to fix anything, not try to improve, not try to please, not try to do it right, if you could actually really just be you for 1 second, you'd be a great actor. So what I'm saying is it takes no time, because you already are great and you always were. You were born that way, right? So what's happening? Why don't you feel that way? Well, you were born that way and you still are that way, and you've been conditioned not to be that way. You've been programmed to be someone who fits in society. You've been programmed and conditioned and wired to have a certain type of emotions in certain places, to restrain your emotions, to tie yourself up. You've been programmed and conditioned to behave, feel, and think in a way that works for everybody else, your teachers, your parents, your family, and the culture. But you have not been conditioned to be exactly who you are whenever you feel like it, which means all the time, right? You've been conditioned out of your greatness. There's a legend that says it takes forever and at least 10 years. And I'm challenging that, because I say that kids are the best actors, whether they're professional or not, and they've never studied forever. And some of the most famous actors that you love and that we all love have never been to acting school. So how did they end up being the most talented actors ever if they've never been to acting school and they've never studied acting, right? So those two elements are telling you right now that the legend of having to study forever, having to learn for your whole life to be an actor, or taking at least 10 years is BS. It's a legend and it's past. It's no longer true. It was actually never true, but I think now more than ever, we're ready to hear the truth, which is you always were and already are absolutely great. There's only one thing that's in your way, which is the way that you have been conditioned, the way that you have been formatted, which took you out of that greatness. Because we asked you, in everything that you did, everything that you felt, everything that you thought, every way that you behaved, you have been asked to change that and to shape that in a way that worked for others. So inevitably, you've walked away from your greatness to become something that pleases everybody else, right? But if you could just be exactly you, freely, with every single emotion and reaction that you have, every single thought, every single opinion and emotion and behavior, you would be wonderful right there, because you'd be fully alive, which is the acting is the art of being fully alive. So if you show up fully alive, bam, you're great. So what do we do to get you from that place of being kind of stuck in your programming, in your conditioning, to a place where you can actually access that greatness that always is and already is there? Well, you undo your conditioning. So the work that we do in this community through the reset journey from resistance to freedom is in 33 days, we unwire, we unprogram, we unlearn, we unformat all the stuff that's been shoved down your throat in order for you to become someone that would please everybody else. We undo your conditioning so that you can rediscover your greatness, your instinct, your freedom, and your truth. That's always there. It's sitting right under the resistance. It's sitting right under the conditioning that you've been told to keep and to even train, right? But remove this conditioning, unlearn it. There's your instinct. You wake it up and you muscle it back up because it's been idle forever. And there you are again, fully present, fully alive, great actor. If you have questions, put it in the comments and I will get to them as soon as I can, or my team will. And in the meantime, the way that we're supporting you during this COVID period, and by the way, I hope you and your family are well and safe and taken care of. If you want to use this time to reset your old programming and your conditioning in order to be great like that, because you already are, to just rediscover that because it's already there, then let us know. We have a BOGO offer, buy one, get one free, which means you can join with a friend and we can help you out to hook you up with someone if you need to. So just let us know in the comments if you're interested to do this work, because in a way you get to do it for 50% of the price of the tuition price during COVID. So you can take advantage of this offer and all the time that you have to make it happen, so that when COVID is over, guess who can be exactly who they are in all their greatness and glory? Well, that's you. So there you go. Post your questions in the comments. Let us know if you're interested in doing this work in the comments, and we'll reach out and send you all the information you need. Okay? Thank you guys. Bye.